Hello, today is July 4th, 2025. As always, we'll start with our disclaimer. We'll go over our calls and then make our predictions. This is my trading plan for Monday. Monday is July 7th, 2025. Please remember, it's a plan. I can change it. I can be wrong. Trade at your own risk. We were looking for the pattern on Thursday with the early high, and Monday should have the early low. This is the early high pattern. We had a lower target, 62.1420. We said unless we gapped up smartly, that should print. We gapped up smartly, that takes the time off the table, but not the price. So we'll add this number to the list, and it should print at some time. In the morning, MEJT gave an ultimate buy signal. That's already played out, and that's not going to help us here. We've clearly broken free of this TDST line from Tom to Mark. We should continue higher to his target, which is now around 6,400 cash. And as far as a closing basis is concerned, I wouldn't like to see us close under this line. We'll just round it up to 6,100. Well, here was the idea. We've broken over this line. It's a valid break. We should trade about 230 points over that line. The line is railing, the line is going up. We're going to call that 6,400 roughly. But that doesn't mean we go up every day. The futures are down as I'm recording this. Doesn't mean we don't pull back first. And because of the number of factors, I think a pullback first seems very likely. These are some trend lines we're going to draw in. Let's start with this one. We'll connect this low. We get a hit here, and we stop right here at Thursday's high. If you start from the high of wave 1, you get a great hit here, and these are pretty good hits, and then hits here. So we have trend line resistance right at the high, and the rule is either you break over resistance or resistance wins. Now, we'll go over this count, but I think it's possible to counter this 5 waves up. And this could be the end of wave blue 3 or even 1 of 3. And if it's the end of 3, you'd like to see a Fibonacci relationship with wave 1. So if we set that at 100%, I mean, that's really pretty close. I mean, this is actually 1.25 times this, not 1.272. But you know, that's not really perfect, but it's not really too bad. It could be the end of wave 3, or certainly 1 of 3, as long as you can find a legitimate way to count 5 waves up here. Well, I'm not really thrilled with this count either, but if you count this as a leading diagonal triangle, and that's 1 and that's 2, you'll see 3's exactly. This is a 65-minute chart. It shows better than the daily minute chart. You'll see 3 is twice 2. There's your wave 4. This could be wave 5. You can count it as 5 waves up. It isn't really ideal. It isn't as pretty as I'd like, but it doesn't break any rules. It's a possible count. Well, Monday's pattern has the early low, regardless of where we open. These are the patterns we see, and Sunday of next week is a Woodson turn date. Those dates have been pretty good lately. Intermediate term, we've broken through resistance. We're looking for a rally to the 6,400 area basis cash. Hopefully, we'll see the 6,100 area hold the support. That's the intermediate term. Shorter term, the days after the Independence Day weekend typically get back some of the prior week's gains. There are signs that pullback here could be significant. The put-call ratio is way too low. Too many calls are being purchased. We rallied to trend line resistance, and there's a wave count compatible with the current rally leg ending. Now, if we gap over Thursday's high, that kills the idea, but futures are already down significantly. As I write this, I'm assuming that won't happen. Doesn't make me right. I don't think the markets have ever topped for good around the 4th of July weekend. I mean, ever. So no matter how much we drop here, I think we're going to see new all-time highs before too long. But we have sentiment indicators. We have the wave count. We now have the calendar working against the bulls, at least in the very short term. So I think we'll see a pullback here. It could go as low as the 6,100 area. I'd be a little surprised if we trade lower than that. And after that, I'm looking for us to go up to around 6,400. But as far as Monday's concerned, I really can't say if we're going to trade lower than futures are trading now, but if this really is 5 waves up, if that's the right idea, we should see 3 waves down, and I doubt we'll see them all in a day. So it's the pattern with the early low, and that is today's call.